and everything. And Mike Evans gets, wrestled to the ground. They're going all around, and everything. And Mike Evans threw some punches, ladies and gentlemen. And I saw those punches. But I'm like, what is going on? Like, and here's what, and at the end result, Mike gets a game, so he's not playing this week. But here's the person I blame for the whole thing. Jameis Winston. I blame Jameis Winston. Now, he apologized, but he's going to say, these are his words, talking about his competitive nature took over. No, I ain't got no sense nature took over. That's what took over. I done lost my damn mind took over. That's what took over. I done lost some home training. That's what took over. That is, you put your hands on someone else, that will definitely have someone come see you. And he lucky. Mike Evans, defended him as teammates do. They defended him. But now Mike is out of a game check. Remember the scene from the Bad Boys when, Bad Boys 2, Martin shot up Will's, dashboard and the Ferrari and everything. And then Will was trying to check on, the damages and how much it was going to cost. And they told him how much it was going to cost. And Will was like, oh, you're going to get your money. You're going to get your money. Your money is on the way. And he was looking at he was looking at Martin. That's the way Mike Evans needs to look at Jameis Winston. You got that quarterback money. I know it ain't Matt Stafford quarterback money, but you was first overall pick. I'm going to need my game check. Because if he hadn't been stepping in, which Jameis wasn't going to do nothing anyway. So why are you poking somebody in the back of their head? It doesn't make any sense. Now you've lost your quarterback and now you're not playing for the next 2 weeks. And y'all already are struggling right now. Y'all might lose 2 more games. Probably will. Then you got the Jets coming to town where the Jets, they're not the Jets that we thought they were going to be. So they could very well win this game. Jameis Winston lost his mind. That's what he did. He lost his mind for a split second, and now it's cost his team, and he cost a teammate some money. So I'm hoping he gonna break Mike Evans off some change because Mike took care of business for him, and then took the rap, took the punishment. Got to pay him back, bro. You got to pay him back. Take care of that man. The other one, it was crazy too. AJ Green. What? I'll be quick on this one. Because he went full MMA on Jalen Ramsey. And I was like, that's not AJ Green. I said, that's somebody else. That's Brendan LaFell or something like that. No, that's not AJ Green. And I see the 1-8 and I'm like, wow, that is AJ Green. And I'm just wondering, I think he snapped because Jalen said, he was going at him about telling him he was soft and all that stuff. And that's fine. That guys talk all the time. Like we just said, guys talk all the time. And guys get upset, especially when they're not having a good game. But I don't think it was really more Jalen. I think it was AJ had enough of this team. AJ had enough of this system. AJ had enough of the BS. AJ had enough of, I know what's going to happen. And for whatever reason, he picked that game. He wasn't having a good game, but he picked that game to go ahead and go MMA. Now, was I laughing? Yes. It was hilarious because it was just like, what? But here's the thing. These quiet guys, they got these tendencies like this. Remember Andre Johnson? He snapped on Cortland Finnegan. I thought he was finna put Cortland Finnegan in the figure 4 leg lock. You gotta leave these quiet guys alone. You gotta leave them alone. But AJ, he got suspended. Oh no, he didn't get suspended. He got ejected out of the game, and now they go back and they explain, hey, because it was so early in the game, they're looking at that as kind of the suspension. So this is why AJ Green didn't get it. But to me, AJ Green should have got a game as well. I mean, you just can't get up. I mean, yes, he pushed him down. You should have pushed him back or grabbed him or something like that. But you can't go in there and put somebody in the $1 million dream and not get suspended for a game, And maybe it was because AJ is a quiet dude. Like I said, he doesn't say anything. He's never been in trouble and everything. So they give him the benefit of the doubt. And they were just like, the brother snapped. Look where he's playing at. Can you blame him? Can you blame him? But, you still can't do that, Raider Kev said only thing missing from the AJ Green fight was a cage. Yeah, absolutely right. That and Dana White sitting ringside or cage side, octagon side, whatever it is you want to call it, Put Denzel in there with his uncle face, with the teeth, that's all it was needing. You're right, Raider Kev, But I go back. Jameis Winston is his fault. Jameis better pay something, some bills or something. But you put your hands on someone, something like that's going to happen. Now, putting hands on someone, that leads into this past Monday Night Football game. And Brett Hundley got them hands put on him by the Detroit Lions. Now, and the Packers, and they got handled. Matthew Stafford was just on, it was a different game. Now, of course, Lion fans, such as myself, side note, but they would have rather if it had been Aaron Rodgers, in there, but they'll take a win. A win is a win, especially in Lambeau Field. But Brett Hundley struggled, through this game. But it got me thinking, with this whole Brett Hundley, because it seems like everyone is just like this season is over, which it probably is. But, Brett Hundley he's not, working the pocket like he should. He's holding the ball, too long. He's overthrowing, it's all about the critiquing of Brett Hundley. But here's what I'm wondering. And they have some legitimate facts about that. I mean, he was making mistakes. This is the second game. So you want him to clean that up a lot faster, but it's the second game. Is it Brett Hundley? Or is it that Aaron Rodgers just masked that in the what's the word I'm looking for? Issues that this Green Bay Packers team has. Could it be that? Now, of course, Jordy Nelson is a great player. Brett Hundley is probably, minimize what Jordy can do. But the other guy, it's still other guys that's on that team. Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams, not as used as much, but Geronimo Allison. They had a pretty nice running game with Aaron Jones. Maybe other people, a couple, maybe one more person was in that box or something like that. Or they said, we're going to take Aaron out and try and make him one-dimensional. I don't know. But I'm just wondering how much did Aaron Rodgers cover up for this team? Shouts out to my man, Angry Black Man, that's in the Wait a Minute Show chat room. He says, a good coach will tailor the offense to Hundley's strengths. Rodgers masked the Packers' multitude of issues. That's exactly what we're talking about, ABM. When you got someone that can divert the attention from your deficiencies, how much does that help? How much can that be accounted for? And I really haven't heard anyone bring that up or anyone talk about it, but it's something that you have to take into consideration. Is that maybe Aaron Rodgers even though he plays he's a rival, but Aaron Rodgers is a bad dude, and he makes up for a lot of stuff. So you can't have too high of expectations on the Packers. Again, Hundley is in his second game, second game. Cedric Galloway says that McCarthy needs to open up the offense fully for Hundley. So, like I said, what would be opening up to me? Because what I thought was, rolling him out, which would help. Maybe have him run a little bit more, on an option read. Maybe, dink and dunk, here and there. I know they want him to take his shots downfield, because of guys like Jordy or whatever, but that stuff is not working, They just lost Bulaga. That's not going to help at all. Because now teams are finna tee off. They coming. But I would think that McCarthy has, catered to Hundley's, skill set, But it's 2 games. So it's still a lot more, for the rest of the season to get a better feel, for, what this whole thing, will end up playing out. But the biggest thing about Hundley is that I think this is his last year under his rookie deal. So he has an opportunity because we all know when Rodgers get healthy, he's coming back. So, he has an opportunity to audition for another team, and he needs to play well. He needs to just do something. And last thing I'll say on this before I move on, Angry Black Man said he needs to move. They need to move the pocket, some rollouts, bootlegs, things to utilize his athleticism. So that is what Angry Black Man is trying to tell the Green Bay Packers to do to help this brother out. So next topic, I'm very happy, about this. Is the NFL earlier this year changed the rule. They said, you know what, guys, look, you've been talking about you want to sauce up the celebration and not to be penalized as much, and we want to entertain. So let's give this, NFL celebration thing, a little bit extra. Give it a try. Let's see how it works out. Now, I didn't think it was going to be like this, where it is now, but boy, I know there are 2 guys that are not in the NFL right now that wish they could have had this opportunity in Chad Johnson and Terrell Owens, but you don't, so I'm sorry. But here's, in the chat room, in the Wait a Minute Show chat room, hey, tell me if there's one that just stuck out to you, but here are my top 3. My top 3 NFL celebrations so far for the NFL season of 2017. The first one, we just saw it this Monday. The Detroit Lions, where they were it took me a second, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And that's the one thing I like about these celebrations. You get to analyze and try and figure out exactly what they're trying to do because they can't tell you, they can't speak about it. So you got to actually watch and analyze it. So the one that my number 3 is the Detroit Lions, where they did the Rock'em Sock'em. You remember the Rock'em Sock'em game. They be in the ring and all you doing, you pressing this button, they throwing the punches and all this stuff, and then the head pop up, for the person that lost. But they took it even to a further level where the 2 guys were the Rock'em Sock'em, but then I didn't even see until almost midway point. I think it was Golden Tate and whoever else, they were sitting on the grass like they were at home playing it on a video game. So that to me was a really, really good, celebration. They thought it out. It was a good process, and they pulled it off. So the Lions with the Rock'em Sock'em, that was a really good one. And another one was just this past Sunday with the Kansas City Chiefs. They were playing the Cowboys. And who scored the touchdown? It wasn't Kelsey. Or was it Kelsey? It was Kelsey, I think, that scored the touchdown. But regardless, touchdown, man, it's time to celebrate. So these brothers lined up. And I said, oh, my gosh, they're going to have a, fastest man competition or whatever. And they turned it into a potato sack race where they were jumping down the end zone, and then one guy fall because, it's always going to be someone that's going to fall, in a potato sack race, and the other person fell, and then Travis Kelce won. the potato sack race. Very creative. And here